There comes a moment in every one of our lives when we're broken. I'm talking about that deep, soul-crushing kind of pain, the kind of hurt that makes you feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders and you can't catch a breath. Maybe it's a loss, maybe it's betrayal, maybe it's the weight of regret or failure. You've been there sitting in the silence, wondering if there's any hope left, wondering if you're ever going to heal. And in that moment, the only thing that can help you is a prayer. Prayer is not just something you say because it's tradition or because you're expected to. Prayer is a conversation. It's that one moment when you stop pretending like everything's fine and you tell the truth. You speak from that raw place, the one where all the hurt lives. You don't have to dress it up or make it sound good, you just need to talk. God already knows what's in your heart, what's weighing you down. Prayer is where the healing begins. It's where the broken parts of your soul start to piece themselves back together, little by little. But here's the thing, healing doesn't start when you try to ignore the pain or when you push it down and pretend like it's not there. Healing begins when you stop running from the hurt and you admit, I'm broken and I need help. The moment you get real with yourself, the moment you stop hiding from the pain and say, I can't do this alone, that's when the power of prayer enters. It's not about being strong enough to carry it on your own. It's about being humble enough to say, I can't. I need something greater than myself to carry this for me. And you know what? You're not alone in this. Prayer connects you to something greater than yourself. You might feel isolated, like no one understands your pain, like no one is listening. But I'm here to tell you that there's a higher power, someone who knows exactly what you're going through. When you pray, you're connecting to that source of strength. You're allowing yourself to be held up by something greater than your circumstances, greater than your pain. It's like reaching out and grabbing hold of a lifeline when you feel like you're sinking. That's the power of prayer. It pulls you up. But here's the hard part. Healing doesn't happen overnight. You don't pray once and suddenly everything is better. It's a process. It's about trusting that over time, the prayers will start to change you. They'll change the way you see the world, the way you see yourself. They'll begin to heal you from the inside out. You may not feel it right away, but every prayer is a step closer to peace. Every moment you spend in prayer, you're inviting healing into your life. You're telling the universe, I believe things can get better. I believe my soul can heal. And let me be clear, prayer doesn't just change your situation. It changes you. It softens the heart that's been hardened by pain. It opens your eyes to the good that's still left in the world. It gives you the strength to keep moving forward, even when you feel like you can't take another step. It gives you the courage to keep fighting, not because you're invincible, but because you know that with each prayer, you're not fighting alone. God is right there with you, lifting you up, restoring what's been broken. But remember this, it takes time. You don't snap your fingers and fix it. There's no magic formula. You pray and you trust the process. Some days you'll feel like you're still carrying the weight, and that's okay. But I promise you this every day, every prayer, every ounce of faith you pour into it is moving you closer to healing. You don't have to see the whole path right now. You don't have to have all the answers. Just keep praying, keep trusting, and know that healing is happening. Step by step, moment by moment, you are being restored. So if you're sitting here today, broken in some way, know this prayer is the key that unlocks the healing of your soul. It doesn't erase the pain, but it gives you the strength to keep going. It doesn't change the past, but it changes your future. Keep praying, keep believing, and know that in time you will heal. It may not happen when you want it to, but it will happen because prayer that heals the broken soul is powerful, and it works. Keep trusting in it. When you're going through pain, there's often a sense of helplessness that can consume you. You find yourself in situations where nothing seems to be going right, and the weight of the world presses down on you. It might feel like everything around you is crumbling, and you don't have the strength to hold it all together anymore. But in these moments, prayer has the power to offer more than just words. It provides something deeper, something life-changing. Prayer becomes a lifeline, not only to God, but to yourself. It's a way to open your heart, let go of the weight, and begin to heal. Prayer is not just about asking for something, it's a conversation, a connection. When you're broken, prayer doesn't just ask for a fix, it opens up a space where you can be real, vulnerable, and honest. It's where you can take off the mask of trying to be strong and admit that you're struggling, that you're hurting, and that you don't have all the answers. And when you do that, something miraculous happens. You're not just giving words to your pain, but you're giving yourself permission to heal. You're acknowledging that it's okay not to have it all together and that there's power in simply reaching out. What prayer does in those moments is not necessarily take the pain away right away, but it gives you the strength to endure it. It's like when you're standing on the edge of a cliff, unsure if you'll fall, but someone reaches out and grabs your hand. You don't know how or when you're going to make it, but there's a sense of comfort knowing that you're not alone. Prayer is that hand reaching out, telling you, I see your struggle, I feel your pain. You are not alone in this. In those moments when you feel like you have nothing left, prayer becomes the fuel that keeps you moving. It allows you to speak the truth of your situation and express your deepest feelings: anger, fear, sadness, confusion, whatever they may be. And even though it feels like you might be at the lowest point in your life, prayer has a way of grounding you. It helps you find clarity amidst the chaos, peace amidst the turmoil, because it allows you to trust that there is something bigger than your current circumstance at work. Prayer in times of pain is a reminder that you don't have to handle everything on your own. You don't have to have all the answers or figure everything out. It's about surrendering, saying, I can't do this by myself, but I trust that you are with me. I trust that you will help me find a way. In the midst of the hurt, prayer offers the strength to hold on, to endure, and to take the next step, even if that step is as simple as waking up and facing the day. And with each prayer, there's a subtle shift, a slow and steady healing that starts to take place deep inside. Prayer may not change everything instantly, but it plants the seed of healing, and over time, it grows into something powerful that carries you through. Healing begins when you confront the truth. It's not easy to admit when you're broken. It's not easy to say out loud that you're struggling, that you're hurt, or that you're lost. In fact, it's much easier to hide behind a mask of strength, to pretend everything is okay, even when your soul feels like it's unraveling. But the truth is, as long as you deny the pain, as long as you refuse to acknowledge the hurt, you're only delaying the healing that is desperately needed. We all want to be strong. We want to present an image of resilience to the world. But there comes a moment in your life where you realize that true strength isn't found in pretending that everything is fine. It's found in your ability to be real, to be vulnerable, to admit that you need help. Prayer doesn't begin in the silence of denial. It begins when you stop pretending you have it all together and start acknowledging that you're hurting. That's when healing can start, because the first step toward restoration is facing the reality of where you are. When you pray, you're not just speaking words, you're declaring that you need healing, that you need restoration, and that you can't carry the burden alone anymore. You are acknowledging that you are human, and that being human means you sometimes break. This honesty, this rawness is what makes prayer so powerful. It's a moment where you put aside pride and ego and say, I can't do this on my own. I need something greater than myself to help me through. It's in that honest, vulnerable moment that the connection to something bigger than you starts to take shape. By acknowledging your pain, you are also inviting God into that space. You're giving permission for divine healing to enter your life. And sometimes that's the hardest thing to do, to let go of the fear, the shame, and the pride that keep you from asking for help. But when you do, you open yourself to transformation. It's not about asking for a quick fix or instant relief. It's about allowing the healing process to begin. You start by admitting that you're not okay. And in that act of surrender, God begins to work in ways you might not even see yet. When you acknowledge the pain, you also acknowledge your strength. It takes a tremendous amount of courage to face what's broken inside of you. And even though it feels uncomfortable, even though it may bring up emotions you didn't want to face, it's the only way to move forward. You can't heal what you're not willing to confront. Prayer, in its deepest form, is about allowing yourself to go to the place of honesty, to face the brokenness, and to trust that in that space, healing can happen. So, acknowledge the pain. Don't run from it. Don't hide it away. Prayer starts when you're willing to say, I'm not okay, but I'm ready to be healed. And in that readiness, healing will begin. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't need to figure it all out. Just take the first step, admit the truth, and watch how prayer will begin the process of restoration that your soul so desperately needs. When you pray, you're not just speaking into the air, you are connecting with something far greater than yourself. It's easy to get lost in the noise of the world, to believe that everything you're facing is yours to handle alone. But prayer is the reminder that we are never truly alone. There is a higher power, a divine presence, a force that is always with us, even in our darkest moments. That connection is a lifeline. It's the reminder that you're not just a lone traveler in this world. There's someone walking alongside you, guiding you, listening to you. We all need someone to lean on, especially when we're broken. And the beauty of prayer is that it opens up a channel to a source of strength that is beyond our human limitations. Sometimes the pain feels too heavy to bear and the challenges feel too big to face. But when we pray, we are tapping into a strength that doesn't run out, a wisdom that doesn't falter, and a peace that transcends understanding. There is a divine presence, listening to every word, feeling every emotion, and offering comfort even when we cannot put our pain into words. Prayer is that sacred space where you place your trust in something bigger than yourself. You may not always understand how things will work out or why certain things happen, but prayer gives you the trust that there is a plan, a purpose, and a force at work that sees you in your brokenness and wants to restore you. It's about surrendering your fears and doubts and allowing yourself to believe that there is a power that is greater than any problem you may face. In those quiet moments of prayer, you're not just asking for healing, you're also building a relationship with the divine. It's not just about getting something from God, it's about drawing near to God. It's about feeling the comfort of knowing you're not doing this alone. Prayer is where you receive that deep sense of reassurance, that gentle reminder that no matter how tough the road ahead may seem, you are never walking it without divine guidance. What's powerful about prayer is that it doesn't just connect you to God, it connects you to a deeper part of yourself as well. It helps you remember that you are not just a collection of your mistakes, failures, or pain. You are connected to a greater purpose, a divine plan, a sense of something bigger than the temporary challenges you're facing. When you connect with that source, you begin to see yourself not through the lens of brokenness, but through the lens of possibility, hope, and potential. Through prayer, you are reminded that you don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. It's okay to let go. It's okay to surrender. God is with you, walking with you, carrying you when you can't take another step. And in that connection, you find peace, knowing that even in your deepest moments of pain and sorrow, there is always someone there, listening, guiding, and holding you. You are never alone in your struggle. Through prayer, you find the strength to keep going, the peeps to keep trusting, and the assurance that you are always loved, always cared for, and always supported by something far greater than yourself. In the end, prayer is not just a request for change, it's a transformation of the soul. It's where brokenness meets healing, where pain meets peace, and where fear meets faith. Through prayer, you don't just ask for things to get better, you ask for the strength to endure, for the wisdom to grow, and for the courage to keep moving forward, even when the road ahead is uncertain. It's a reminder that healing takes time, that we are never truly alone, and that the journey to wholeness is not one we walk alone. So if you find yourself struggling, feeling broken, or lost in the chaos of life, turn to prayer. Trust that even in your darkest moments, God is there listening, comforting, and working within you. Know that through prayer, you are not only seeking healing for your soul, but you are also embracing a connection to something bigger than yourself, a love that never wavers, and a peace that transcends understanding. Your brokenness does not define you, it refines you. And with every prayer, with every moment of surrender, you step closer to the healing, the strength, and the restoration you so deeply deserve. Keep praying, keep believing, and know that you are always held, always supported, and always loved.